booty.
That's not very ladylike of you.
Hello, welcome back to my YouTube series talking about my RV and what we are currently doing to it. So for this video, I wanted to focus on the floor and the tarp of the RV. Just for this video, I only do the outside of the tarp. I haven't done any of the inside at the time of filming this video. I believe that is the next video, if I'm not mistaken. But as of when recording this video, we are just focusing on the outside and the actual floor, cutting in straight lines and getting up the old floor that we're going to replace. So in this moment, keep in mind, it's not like we do this for a living, so we are very much beginners. And there is a YouTube lady that I have been watching. I believe her YouTube channel is Falling Into Camping, and I'll go ahead and link it below if anybody wants to watch. If anybody's also lost just like we are, she does amazing at explaining what she's doing, how to fix rotted wood, rotted walls, rotted ceiling, how to replace the tarp, insulation. She does amazing, and this is who I've been watching to kind of base myself off as to what is the next step. So right now, there was a moment, I think the camera doesn't pick it up, but there's a moment where sparks start flying using the handsaw, and we're like, whoa, did we just hit a wire? And then we're like, no, wires wouldn't run across the floor, it just wouldn't be practical. Well, we forgot to take out some of the screws. So wherever you see screws, that's a stud. Just because there are screws there doesn't mean that they're going to be in a straight line. So what Falling Into Camping, what she says in her YouTube videos is not only take off what is rotted, but then go a little bit further, just because rot can spread. So we tore up in the previous video, my friend, he tore up as much of the rotted wood as he could. And then in this video, my boyfriend is going to come through and he's going to go to the nearest joist and cut down the middle of the joist, not actually cutting the joist, but cutting the wood floor. And he's going to cut it right down the middle. That way when we get ready to place the new floor, it is on the other half of the joist that is exposed, and then we can have somewhere to screw it in. Which that was like big brain for me, obviously, because I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, I am drawing a straight line with a piece of, what is that, like a panel cover, like a seam cover. At this point, we didn't have like a level or anything like that, so I chose the nearest straight edge. And then I realized that we had a tape measure, but believe it or not, we actually were able to cut straight lines, which was pretty amazing, if I do say so myself, as beginners. And then as well, where he is cutting right now, there is rotted wood closer towards the front of the walls, but we figured, you know what, let's just go ahead and do a little bit more than what is rotted. And then here I am. Not only am I trying to take the screws out, but I'm also marking them because some of them are extremely rotted, and as well they are stripped. The head of them are stripped, so there was no way to get them out. We keep trying with my handheld screwdriver that you can change out the head bits. Eventually we just go ahead and switch over to a drill, more power. I don't know why at this point we're like complicating ourselves. As you can see, I'm like handing him different drill bits and none of them are working. I don't know why we didn't think of just using an electric drill, but you know, it's okay. You learn, you live and you learn. As well, there is some carpet So the way, I'm gonna backtrack, the way that this RV was made, I'm assuming this is how they all are made, is that they will build the floor, obviously, and then the walls, but the actual floor where we're standing on right now, they build it underneath the wall. It's not like they build the foundation first, build the foundation of the walls, and then they go ahead and lay down the floor. No, it's actually underneath the walls. So on the other side, opposite of where you're looking at right now, near the edge, there is wood that's still stuck underneath there, and we cannot figure it out. At this point in time, we can't figure out how to get it out. We know we have to because we have to expose the joist so that we can go ahead and lay down the new floor. And there are some screws there that obviously we can take out and probably free the floor. However, they are so rotted, the screwdriver will not catch, nor will the drill, because the drill is too thick for that tight squeeze. So we're thinking of just cutting as close as we can, sanding as close as we can, and then kind of moving on. And then here, he's just going through it again, making a deeper cut so that we can go ahead and just take off the wood, because I saw her YouTube video and this woman is amazing. She just cuts and she lifts. I think she has an amazing talent for stuff like this. For some reason, we just don't. But that I was telling him, I was like, no, like there were some pieces where he was ripping out, and I'm like, no, like she is just cutting and then lifting, like it's all coming up in one piece. And so we're trying our best to do that, to mimic what she is doing. He even brought the I don't know what that's called. My parents call it soso, but that's because they are Hispanic, and obviously, you know, you kind of create your own words. As you guys can see, he's just kind of ripping the floor up in pieces because we can't get it to come up in like entire chunks. And then here I'm just going through the rest of the floor, trying to get the rest of the screw outs, because I want this floor to come up the way she did it. She is amazing. I'm like mind blown by her. Like, not only that, but she is extremely sweet. I emailed her before this whole project. I emailed her showing her the floor of this bedroom and like what she thought I should do next, and she was so kind. She replied. She told me what it looked like there was still water coming in. She kind of gave me a couple of details to focus on, and then she linked some of her YouTube videos, and I just thought, this is a very gracious person, and may they be blessed abundantly. And at this point, we're just trying to do our best. It's just, it won't come out. So he's like, maybe I measured wrong. So he's trying to go again with the measuring tape and making deeper incisions. Yeah, so some sparks flew right there. It turns out that there is a part of the heating vent that runs underneath the RV. He was accidentally hitting it, so that's another issue as well. We did eventually, as you guys will see later on, we did get the floor out in like actual bigger pieces, which was pretty awesome and pretty cool to see. And then here we finally like come to our senses, and then we come out with the actual electric drill. And then this isn't recorded, but he goes ahead and does it for the bathroom as well, and he does it for a small area by the kitchen that is also rotted. At this point, we should just be contractors. Look, that piece is already starting to move. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. See, a clean break. That was pretty exciting when we first got that. As you guys can tell in the background, if I wasn't moving so quickly, there is some carpet along the edge. I also don't show it in the video, but I literally I mustered all my frustrations, all my angers out on this carpet. Look at that. Look at how that piece is just coming up. That was perfection. But I muster all my anger, all my frustration on that piece of carpet, and I just yank and I just pull, and it comes completely free from the staples that were holding it down. I got most of it out, not all of it. If you guys look at where I'm facing, you guys can see where there's still some floor and some carpet stuck underneath the walls. And in the next video, we do try and go over with what my parents call a soso to try and get as close as we can. Unfortunately, the blade gave out, so we gotta buy some new ones. So as of right now, even while editing this video, that old floor, it's still there. Yep, there's that piece of carpet that I was moving around, and then at that point I was like, okay, I'm getting really tired of this. So then I just go ahead and yank it out. I think towards my left there's some of the old carpet where I did that too. I'm just trying to clean this as clean as I can get it so that there's no debris once we put down the new insulation. At this point, it was starting to get a little hot, so I remember being like, okay, I'm gonna do this while he's cutting the bathroom floor and the kitchen floor, and then we're gonna go ahead and head to Buc-ee's and take a break and head to Walmart and buy the materials that we might need and just grab a really, really cold drink. Oh yeah, I'm even vacuuming in the vent because there were like so many leaves. And then here's what it looks like before I clean it, and then this is after. Isn't that really cool? Look at that. And then, oh yeah, we went to Walmart and we saw these really funny hats. I thought they were so cool. And then boom, we changed topics. And then now I'm gonna give you guys just like a tour of the tarp underneath this RV. Just look at the state that it is in. There's some really deep gashes, holes, and then I don't know if it's in this exact clip, but there is like a complete giant tear in the tarp. Obviously there are some old wasps' nests. And I am rolling around in a mechanical creeper. It's green, it has wheels. People use it to roll around cars. Look at this giant hole that's underneath the RV. I don't know if this was intentional by my parents or not, but I don't show it in the video, but I went ahead and patched it up. And then here's what I'm using to patch it up. It is Gorilla waterproof and seal tape. It is made for this. It is made for RVs and stuff like that. It is extremely sticky, and the more humid it gets, the stickier it's going to become. And trust me, it is plenty humid. Now at this point, he was taking care of the windows. In that window, as you guys can tell, there's some tape surrounding it. There's two windows, one in the living room, one in the bedroom, that are completely leaky. And so he was going to go ahead and take off the window and put some new silicone seal. As you guys can see, the window's out. And then go ahead and put the window back while I am continuing to patch up this tarp. Look at those gashes. It's just like someone came through, like a cat came through and just went ham on it. Anyways, on the windows, the silicone that we bought, I also saw someone that transformed a working van, like those Amazon vans, into a livable home with like a shower, toilet, entertainment center, AC, all that good stuff. And he used the silicone to put in the new windows. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you can see to the left, I didn't notice that at the time, but there's that wasp's nest, and I noticed it as I was like rolling around just trying to see if I saw any more holes. I'm so glad that while I was here right now patching it up, I didn't bump into them and make them angry and come out. And also notice all the rust that's underneath. All this rust, I'm gonna go ahead and paint it and coat it with anti-rust black paint, just to kind of give it a fighting chance as long as it can handle. Yep. But the silicone, like I was saying, for the windows, it becomes more gooey and more stickier the more humid it is. Well, unfortunately, it is extremely humid where I live, and it was making it near impossible to use the silicone, and it was so, it expands the more humid it gets, and it was just busting right through the bottle. So we went ahead and scrapped it and just used normal waterproof outdoor caulk. And then this is near the bedroom. This is right underneath the wood that we did not cut for the bedroom. In the next video, I believe, I'll be showing how we do patch up the windows and actually take them off, use butyl tape, put them back on, and reseal them with some silicone. And then at the end of this, I was like, I just want to clean up. Let's go ahead and finish. Let's call it a day. I just want to reorganize a little bit so that we can have a little bit of walk space. This was a very long day. I believe we started at 7:30, 7:40, and this was around 7 p.m. It was a very long day, very productive, and I am very happy about the progress. I will be linking many things down below, so stay tuned. Goodbye.
What's up, everybody? We're doing an unboxing video. This is an imperative to the RV. We got a lifetime supply of cheese. We're going to be applying this cheese to somewhere very special. Just throw that there. Oh wow, the cheese came in bottles. That's my unboxing video. Thank you for checking out today's sponsor.